Hello everybody, this is Stonewall, and it's time for another legendary weapon showcase, I guess you could call it. So, the main one we're looking at today is the Trevenator. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it's because back in June, I believe it was, there was some pretty big news around. There was a big fan of the franchise that was terminally ill, and Gearbox allowed him to play an early release of the game, or early copy of the game back in June, and allowed him to name and pick the red text for a legendary weapon, and that is the Trevenator. Now, the one I've got is the Hazardous Trevenator. I don't know what other prefixes there are for it, but the red text says Trev is going to get you. It's plus 28% weapon charge speed, plus 75 splash damage radius, 1.8x weapon zoom, and this is of course Maliwan, so it can switch between incendiary and radiation. I'm not sure if the hazardous prefix is what defines the elements it comes in. Don't know for sure, but pretty cool. It fires 3 projectiles with each shot, but it fires in like a 3-shot burst. So let's inspect this one, take a closer look at it here. Definitely a really cool design here, that kind of lime green. Let's see here, what does that say? Oh, Core i8 Mark IV. Okay. Didn't know what all was on here, but anyways, pretty cool little gun. And again, this was kind of the name, and some of that stuff was picked out by a fan that was diagnosed with cancer, so it's definitely got a cool backstory. Now, how did I get this one? Well, I guess I can just show you. Now, I did capture this with my Xbox, but,
I am not a damn child!
So, a world drop from a psycho. So, and here's the thing that a lot of people are kind of figuring out in this game, is it seems to be a lot of stuff is world drops. There are some bosses that do seem to have their own very particular weapons and stuff, and I just want to show you how this thing performs. I'm way over leveled for this area, but just wanted to kind of demonstrate it without giving away where I'm at in the story. So if I just pull the trigger once, it fires like a 3-shot burst, but each shot is like 3 big pellets, since it is a shotgun. I've also been playing around a little bit with the melee with Amara and some bladed weapons and stuff, and it is really cool. Something to note, there you go. If I could hit my targets, that'd be great, and not fall off. Oh, wonder if I can get up there from here. Oops, ran into a grenade. Anyways, so it is kind of interesting that most stuff does seem to be world drop, pretty much. There's not much in the way of defined drops for a lot of bosses and that sort of stuff. And I don't know if that'll change in the future. This is really early in the game's life cycle. A lot of things can change, such as the loot tank at Jacob's Manor, I think, got patched recently, so they're a little bit more rare now. But anyways, thought I would do this, and again, there are a lot of legendaries in this game, and a lot of unique weapons. Basically, every mission you do, or every main story mission, you get a red text weapon, whether it's a blue or red or not red, blue or purple. I was thinking of the red text, but anyways. So there are a ton of unique weapons in this game. I feel like a lot more than Borderlands 2, but I could be wrong on that. But anyways, if there's some interesting weapon drops you get, something unique or anything like that, the thing is, it's really hard to fully confirm what certain bosses drop. I was actually just watching Killer 6's stream, and he got 4 different legendaries from one boss in different runs, of course. So it's pretty random. So I don't know if we'll figure out any kind of pattern or not, but hopefully you enjoyed this. This is a really cool find in this game, especially with the story behind it and all of that. I'm almost done with the campaign, I think. Since I'm level 30, I'm assuming I'm getting near the end of the first playthrough, and it's kind of coming to a head here. So I may do a little bit of an overview, try to keep it spoiler-free, kind of like a review. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you in another video.